Hey guys, welcome back to Pawpaw Storytime. Sunday evening. I'm not in competition with the Chiefs game tonight, so don't have any like big extravagant plans like we did for. Well, I don't know how big and extravagant they were. Halloween episode, but we did. I did give my mom all the stuff that she won in the drawing, and she let Daniel Tiger come back to hang out with us, so that's kind of cool. He'll be watching over us probably from now on. Let me see. I did spend the weekend in the country. Grandma Lovey's still not feeling very well. And I guess that's it. I am going to try to read our main story a little bit different tonight. And we'll see how it goes over. But for now, we'll just get started. And we are at the beginning of November. It is what I consider the winter months. We're into the holiday months. And our first book of the season will reflect that. And we're going to start with opening by reading an excerpt from Life's Journeys According to Mr. Rogers, Things to Remember Along the Way by Mr. Fred Rogers. The picture of the trolley. And how our words are understood doesn't depend on how we express our ideas. It also doesn't depend on how someone receives what we're saying. No, it also depends on how someone receives what we're saying. I think the most important part about communicating is the listening we do beforehand. When we can truly respect what someone brings to what we're offering, it makes the communication all the more meaningful. We speak with more than our mouths. We listen with more than our ears. All right. Back into the rotation. And this week we're reading Our Snowman by M.B. Goffstein. And I did find a couple of quotes from him. I used one of them in my blog, and I used the other in the description for this story time. But I am going to reverse this real quick so that when I show you guys pages and words, we're going to try this. After our first big blizzard at the start of November, we had below zero weather, and more snow fell every day. Finally, the sun came out. The snow gleamed heavy and sticky. I zipped up my snowsuit in a hurry, calling to my mother to help get my little brother ready to play out on our white lawn. The first thing we do, I told him, is build a snowman. I patted a snowball between my mittens, and when I squatted down and started rolling it to show him how, we were both surprised at how the quick way it picked up a thick covering of snow. Year after year, these things work. The important thing, I told him, is to roll it in fresh places and not pick up mud or sticks. He started rolling the bottom snowball, while I went away to roll the middle and way away to roll the head. We hoisted our snowman together and gave him a funny face. Then my mother rapped on the window. Come in now, she called. All during dinner I felt sad, because our snowman stood alone in the darkening night. We never should have made him, I said to my brother. Then I couldn't eat dessert. You're going to have a hard life if you cry over things like that, my mother warned me. But suddenly my father and I were dressing up warmly. And my mother turned the porch light on. My father rolled the bottom and the middle, and I made the head. I didn't dare tell him not to pick up dirt or leaves, so the snowman's wife got full of them. But it looked like a pretty gown. When we came inside again, my brother was glad for me. Now they each have company, he said. Trying to read through the camera's a little tight. The end. They both ended up with company, but I don't think that the snowman's wife ended up with any arms. I do like the art in this story because it's not fine and detailed. It almost looks blurry, like the camera's distorting it, but that's the way the book is. Okay, you guys will have to let me know what you think about that. Tell me what you think about the story and reading it the other way so you guys can see it. Until I get a front-facing camera that doesn't show everything in reverse, I might do that with our main stories. Our closing reading is going to be from The Little House Book of Wisdom by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And it says, "There's no great loss without some small gain." From Little House on the Prairie. Turn the page, put the bookmark in. Set that off to the side. Let me see, I'll pick this whole thing up, come over here. And we'll do the weekend song. I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll bring more ideas for you. And you'll have things you want to do, and I will too. I'll think of you when I'm not here, 'cause thinking of people makes them seem near. The friends who know you love you cheerfully, and I do too. We'll grab our card and come right around the table. It says, I didn't write an answer this time. Would you rather know how to fly a plane, drive a race car, or climb a rock face? I think I would rather fly a plane. I've driven fast before, maybe not race car fast, but it's not as cool as it was when I was younger. And climbing a rock doesn't seem very exciting to me. Seems a little scary. Flying an airplane though, although a little scary too. I think if I learned how to fly the plane, it would be pretty fun. That's what I would choose. What would you rather know how to fly a plane, drive a race car, or climb a rock face? Stick that back in the cards. I guess that's it, guys. Holidays quickly approaching, and we're getting experiences put together, different things, and it's really exciting. And we got a lot of things coming up this month, and a lot of things next month, and in February, January, February, March, and then all through the year. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about some of the stuff we get to do and share with all of you guys. So I guess that's it. Remember that I love you for being exactly who you're supposed to be. You're the only one that gets to decide that. And our minds, just like our books, work better when they're open. I love you all. I'll see you here next week.